It was a cold winter morning in Boston, Massachusetts. The city buzzed with life, people rushing to work, buses honking, coffee shops steaming. But Ethan Cole sat motionless on a park bench, his hands buried deep in his jacket, his eyes staring at the snow-covered ground. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to call home. Only 6 months ago, Ethan had it all: a high-paying job at a tech firm, a beautiful apartment downtown, and dreams that reached higher than the city skyline. But one mistake changed everything. A project failed, and Ethan was blamed. The company collapsed under debt, and in the chaos, he lost his position. With no savings and mounting bills, he soon lost his home too. Now, all he had left was a small backpack, a broken phone, and a heart full of unanswered questions. The breaking point: for weeks, Ethan wandered the streets, looking for work. Every rejection chipped away at his confidence. He applied to over 100 places. No one hired him. The world had moved on, but he was stuck, frozen in time. He spent nights sleeping under bridges or in shelters, reading whatever he could find about startups, psychology, and personal growth. Books became his escape. One day, while sitting in the public library, Ethan came across a quote by Nelson Mandela: "I never lose. I either win or learn." He closed the book and whispered to himself, "Then I guess I'm learning a lot." For the first time in months, he smiled. That small spark of humor, of hope, it meant something. It meant he wasn't done yet. The decision to rise the next morning, Ethan made a decision. He would rebuild his life, piece by piece. He took a part-time job at a coffee shop downtown. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest work. He woke up at 4:30 a.m., cleaned the floors, served customers, and learned every detail about customer service, inventory, and management. But at night, he studied marketing, business strategy, leadership, coding. He spent hours watching free online courses on a library computer. Every day, he promised himself one thing: "I will not go to sleep without becoming better than I was yesterday." The discipline of growth. Ethan started writing down his routine. Wake up at 4:30 a.m., exercise for 30 minutes, work the morning shift, study for 3 hours, apply for one opportunity every day. He called it the 1% rule, to get 1% better every single day. The results were slow, painfully slow, but progress was visible. Within 6 months, Ethan saved enough money to rent a small room. He bought a used laptop and started freelancing, building websites for local businesses. His first client was a bakery down the street. They paid him $200. He didn't spend a cent. He reinvested it all. And that's when the snowball began to roll, the turning point. One night, while scrolling through business forums, Ethan noticed something. Small local businesses were struggling to manage their digital presence after the pandemic. He saw a need, a gap, and he had the skills to fill it. He launched a tiny startup from his rented room called Localift, a platform to help small businesses build websites, manage online marketing, and grow digitally. His first clients were coffee shops, bookstores, and repair shops, people who didn't understand technology but wanted to survive. Ethan helped them, one by one. At first, it was just him. Then he hired 2 freelancers, then 5, then 10. Within 2 years, Localift became one of the fastest-growing marketing agencies in Boston, the test of true leadership. But success always comes with new challenges. Bigger clients meant bigger responsibilities. There were sleepless nights, failed campaigns, and burnout. Ethan sometimes felt like giving up again, but he had learned something vital. Discipline doesn't mean you never fall. It means you never stay down. He reminded his team of the same principle. He led not with pride, but with humility. He told them his story, the park bench, the coffee shop, the failures. Instead of hiding his past, he used it to inspire others. Soon, Localift wasn't just a company, it was a movement. A place where second chances turned into new beginnings. Giving back, Ethan started a mentorship program for people who were unemployed or struggling to start careers. He partnered with libraries and community centers to provide free digital training. When reporters asked why he was doing it, he said, "Because someone out there is sitting on the same bench I once sat on, thinking it's over. I want them to know it's not." His message spread across social media. Interviews, podcasts, and business journals started sharing his journey. But Ethan never saw himself as successful. He saw himself as grateful. Full circle one snowy evening. Years after that first day in the park, Ethan returned to the same bench. He sat down, feeling the cold metal beneath him, but this time it didn't hurt. He looked up at the Boston skyline, lights glowing across the horizon. He whispered softly, "I'm home." In his hand was a note he always carried, the same one he had written when he was at his lowest point. "I may be broke, but I'm not broken." He smiled, folded it carefully, and placed it under the bench, hoping someone else might find it one day.